Hello, hello, howdy, howdy. It is Wonderful Wacky Wednesday. So my name is Becky Renetta Kermis. I'm so glad you're hanging out with me tonight. So when you pop on, tell me, hey, let me know you're here. You're either catching me on my business page on Crafts by Becky 2 or maybe my YouTube channel as well. Make sure to like and follow me so that you always know when I go live. Live. How's everybody doing tonight? It was a wet one down here today. Whew, a little hot messing, but it is what it is. Okay, well, tonight we're going to be playing around with some shirts. My daughter told me the other day that the grandbabies needed some clothes. And we've got Halloween coming up, right? So why not make them some cute little Halloween shirts? And then, of course, we'll make them some cute little fall shirts and some cute little Christmas shirts. But we're going to start off with some Halloween shirts because it's right around the corner, right? Okay, so I picked up just some cute little shirts at my local department store. Paid a whole $3.98, I believe, for them. Let's get down before I get you down. First one we're going to make is going to be Booyah. Booyah. So this is a 5x7. Remember, these transfers you can use for both chalk and for ink. Tonight we're going to be playing around with ink because these shirts are going to need to be washed at some point in time in their softs. So chalk's going to come off in the water. So we've got to use ink so we can make it permanent. So we're using ink tonight. But you can use the same transfer. I can wash this transfer and I can use it tomorrow, and I can do some chalking with it tomorrow. So it's got that flexibility to go back and forth. What else do you need to know? You need to know about ink mats. I strongly suggest anytime you're going to be doing any inking projects, especially on any shirts, fabric, tea towels, anything like that, invest you in an ink mat. We've got two different sizes. We've got a 17x17, which is great for like our pillowcases. And then I love the 11x23. Let me show you a picture of these two ink mats. So that's the 17x17. That's great for the pillowcases. And then this one down here is what I'm going to be using today. It's an 11x23, which is a really long, narrow one. But it's great because you can cut it up. I cut mine up. This is one of mine that I've cut in half. When you cut them in half, it's the perfect size for shirts, most adult shirts. And then I've cut one of these in half again, and it's the perfect size for like onesies, for little small tea towels, for those little cute little clutch bags. So, you know, you can cut these apart to make it so it's the size you need it to be. But tonight, this is one of the ones I had cut up previously for a tea towel. See how this one's a lot smaller than this one? So I just cut them all up to do what I need them to do. Okay, let's get you down and get busy. So here's my cute little first little shirt I've got. This is a 2T shirt. So what we're going to do first is let's figure out how this thing's going to go in here. It's going to go in here this way. So we're going to need to go lengthwise in here. So I'm just going to take, it's sticky. It's a barrier, so it's going to keep your shirts from, if any link was to seep through the fabric, it's not going to mess up the back side of your shirt because you've got the barrier here with this ink mat. It's also sticky, so it's going to keep your fabric from moving because fabric just stretches all out, right? And you're going to have something on it and it can just kind of stretch as you're kind of working on it. So that's going to keep you a nice, smooth, taut surface. I'm just going to put it where I think I'm going to have my cute little embellishment. I like that. I'm going to open up this bad boy. So how is everybody doing tonight? Do I need to turn my side light on? Since it is black on black here. Got a little fuzz. Okay, so with these transfers, I'm not going to fuzz it. I'm not fuzzing these tonight. So brand new is super sticky, but I want it as sticky as it can be. sticky, sticky, sticky because it's going on fabric. So figure out where I want it to go. Ooh, y'all, this is he's so cute. Spread him down. Is that side light better on, or did you prefer it off? What's better for you guys? Now this little ghost over here, you want to make sure he's down really good. So sometimes it doesn't hurt to take a clean squeegee and just kind of run across that just to make sure you get all those bubbles out. So I'm just running across that just to make sure that he's down really good. This one happens to be an angled squeegee versus the small squeegee. So this one's a little bigger squeegee that I'm playing with right now just to kind of run all those bubbles out. Now we're going to do one color. I don't know if I like that side light on. Spin you around this way so you guys can see. And so we're going to be using ink tonight. So we're using ink versus the paste. Now our ink is semi-permanent until it's been heat set. So how we heat set kind of boils down to what you're doing. For this, it's going to be an iron. So I'm going to let this dry overnight, a day or two, something like that. I'm not normally in any rush. I'm going to let it dry overnight, and then once it's dry, I'm going to put some parchment paper on top of the design. I'm going to have my iron on medium. I'm going to iron it for 4 minutes in a circular motion. I'm going to turn this t-shirt inside out, and then I'm going to iron the back end, the inside out part, for 4 minutes, and then this thing has been heat set. So then you can wash it, you can dry it, all that fun stuff, and it's not going to come off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use my angled squeegee. You're going to start at the turquoise, and then you're going to drag it up. You're going to work in one direction. You're either going to work top to bottom or bottom to top. You got to be mindful on your sides, because if anything comes off your turquoise, it's going to be on your beautiful black t-shirt. Some people actually take some masking tape and kind of tape the perimeter off just to help them out. So that's just an idea for you. That's the tip. Going into my ink. If you can start on the turquoise area and drag it up, that's what I would recommend. Sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. I'm going to have to come back over here, but I think I'm going to come back over here with like a small squeegee just because I don't want this guy to get close to my edge. Ink also dries a lot slower than paste, so you've got more playroom to do your design. You also want to be mindful of your fingers. If you've got ink on your fingers, you want to make sure you clean those fingers before you start touching your shirt. I have had spots on my shirts numerous times because of that little issue right there. Another little tip for you. Just covering the transfer. Go back over here to this side, do a little bit more over here. Okay, see, I got some ink on my finger. I'm going to take that excess, goes back into my jar just like normal. Clean my fingers. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to see our cute little... See how we took a $3.98 plain black t-shirt. I see more ink on my finger. Very slowly kind of pull it up. Make sure you've got enough coverage. If you don't have enough coverage, then, you know, just lay it back down, put a little bit more on it if you want to. Now I'm going to have to clean this right after I'm done tonight. I can't do like I do with everything else and let it sit here in the craft room for a couple of days before I come back and clean it. Because you don't want that ink to dry over here. Because ink does dry, and ink is semi-permanent. So you don't want that ink to be in that transfer. So once you're done with your project, go ahead and clean them bad boys. Okay, here we go. We've got Booyah. Booyah. What do you think? Super cute. Now I still have this on the ink mat. I normally will leave them on the ink mat just because I don't want to take the chance of my ink kind of smearing while it's drying, because it needs to dry. But if you're in, you know, like maybe you're doing an assembly and you're doing lots of stuff and you might need your ink mat, then you can take it out. Just be careful when you take it out to make sure that this doesn't fall onto each other and mess up your project. Okay, so once again, I'm going to let this dry overnight at least. Then I'm going to put some parchment paper, not wax paper, parchment paper over your design. Have your iron on medium or cotton setting. You're going to iron it for 4 minutes. Turn it inside out. Iron the back of it for 4 minutes. And then this is permanent, and you can wash it, dry it, and it will last you for many, many a boo seasons. Okay, so here's a baby, grandbaby number 1. Okay, now we're going to move on to grandbaby number 2. I've already got this one, already has my ink mat already in it because I cheated. I cheated and got this one ready. Okay, so my ink mat's already in here. This one's the bigger one because it's a bigger shirt. This is a 4T versus that one was a 2T. And then this one, we're going to put... This is part of a size C witchy phrases that we have played around with this before. And well, actually my daughter kind of liked this one. I gave her an option of 2 little sayings, a couple of different little sayings, and she liked this one. So here is that transfer. You got Hocus Pocus, Broom Rise. I thought that if the shoe fits, because that girl has got a shoe fetish. And we've got What's Up Witches, Witches Please. So you've got all these cute little sayings that we have played around before with. And now we're going to play around with just the What's Up Witches. Figure out where we want to put it. Can y'all guys see that? I think that's better right there. We're getting a lot of glare. Let's try it there. So this bad boy has been used a few times. You can get 8 to 12 projects at least out of here. I would say I've already done a good 4 projects so far with this one. I've started actually tallying up on one of my little Facebook parties. I started putting hash marks in the bottom of them because I normally use the same transfers over and over and over again in my Facebook parties. And I'm just, you know, doing my own little, what do you want to call it, survey? What's Up Witches? We're going to open up a new ink tonight. I have got a purple ink. And we are going to open that bad boy up, and I think we're going to do the hat. I don't know how that color is going to look on black, so I don't want to do all of it. But we're going to do the hat in black. Wait a minute. The hat in purple. We're going to do the hat in purple. This is called Berry. So this is Berry. So we're going to do the hat in Berry. What do we want to do the What's Up Witches in? Do we want to do it in white, or do we want to do it in this cute lime color? What do you think? So the words, do we want to do in white, or do we want to do it in this lime color? I'm going to let you guys, oh my goodness, I got to find my comments. Facebook has changed their stuff, and I always forget to look and find my comments. It's a bit chilly there, Jackie. It's not a bit chilly here. It's hot. I just turned down my AC a little bit because I was a little hot. Hello, Marilyn and Patty. Okay, I have comments now. So when Facebook had its problem the other day, I went live And then I found out a lot of the platform is a little different for lives. So anyway, I've been forgetting to turn my comments on because I got to hit a little button to get my comments through. And I have to hit that little button to turn my live off. So I'm learning. I'm learning this new system. So this is a brand new jar. So what you're going to find with your brand new jars is when you take the lid off of this thing, I'm going to have enough ink on this lid to pretty much do what I need to do. So don't toss that away. You see all that? You can use it. Okay, can you see it? You've got ink here you can use. So has anybody been voting on if we're going to do the words in white or the words in that lime color? So white or lime? You guys vote for me. I'm going to let's make sure this bad boy's on good. Just taking a clean squeegee, going across it just to make sure that it is adhered to the shirt really good. I've got it on my ink mat, so it's not going to move on me. I'm grabbing me some ink. I'm going to do the hat up here. Okay, it looks like Janet and Jackie both say lime. Got 2 limes on the board. So look, I didn't use it all. So I'm going to take this because y'all know me. I'm a crafty crafter, right? I'm going to get all that excess off the lid. It goes into my jar. I am not tossing. That is berry goodness there. It's going into my jar. Okay, we have saved all the berry. Now I can toss that lid in the garbage. So anybody else want to do any voting for me as far as lime or white? I see Miss Alexis has jumped in to watch us create her daughter's some shirts. And you said Sydney is in an adult medium now? It did not have any adult mediums, so I'm going to have to pick up Sydney a shirt. So far we've got 2 for the lime. Now this is an old expired color, so this one is no longer available. I'm sure we've got something close to it. We're going to start on the turquoise and then we're going to drag it up. So this one is going to look a lot like Frankenstein, kind of like. He is a good Frankenstein color, isn't he? So we're starting on the turquoise and then we're dragging it up. Gonna go in one direction, top to bottom or bottom to top. Gonna stay on the turquoise. So you get off the turquoise, you're going to be on the shirt. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to let it dry overnight. I'm going to put my iron on medium or cotton setting. Then I'm going to iron it for 4 minutes with that parchment paper separating my design to my iron. Turn it inside out. And of course, when you're doing all this, you have removed the ink mat. I don't think I told you guys that. So those that have ink mats, make sure you remove the ink mat before you iron. Otherwise, you're going to have a melted plastic ink mat. And you are going to be sad because I have done that. I have done that. I can tell you from experience. You were eating your birthday dinner. Happy birthday. Okay, we're ready to remove it. We've got, oh, look how pretty that is. I love that color. Ooh, look at that berry. So remember, I've got to wash these once I'm done because I'm going to get that ink out of that transfer. What do you think? Let's see. Let me get it up so you can see that purple. Do you like the purple? Can you tell it's purple? Can't really tell too much purple, but it is purple. So we've got What's Up Witches. What's up, witches? So we've got this one. And guys, we just made 2 shirts. It's like 22 after. It's 8:22. We jazzed up 2 black plain Jane shirts. We've got What's Up Witches. You like how the lime and purple are? Yes, I do like that lime. I wasn't sure about the purple. That's why I didn't want to do the, yeah, I think, can you see the purple better there? So that's called Berry. And then for those that are late jumping on, we started off with this little bad boy. And we did Booyah. 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 So I'm going to be making another one of these. I've got another little grandbaby that's smaller. So this one is a perfect size for, I'm going to use like an 18-month shirt for that one. And we're going to do Booyah on that one. So I got to claim that transfer to make that one. And then I've got to get an adult medium shirt for my oldest and make her something fun for Halloween. Let's see, what do we want to do for our sprinkle word? Let's do boo. Boo. That's our sprinkle word. If you would be gracious enough to sprinkle the chalk love around the lovely internet. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. You can come back to this video, whether you're watching it live or watching the replay, and put hashtag boo, hashtag boo. That'll give you an entry into my little weekly game that starts today. Today is what, the 5th? 5th of October, 6th of October, 5th or the 6th, one of those days. Oh, there it is. My internet tells me it's the 6th. Starts the 6th of October. It's going to run until Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time. My contest ends for the week. You can come back to this video or this replay and you can sprinkle again. Sprinkle once per day and that'll give you an extra entry. We all like more entries, right? Let's see, today's Wednesday. I'll be back live again on Sunday, 8 o'clock p.m. We will do something else, give you another sprinkle word, and then you can sprinkle some more. We can just sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hope you enjoyed this cute little fun craft that we jazzed up some very inexpensive shirts. FYI, you can check out the Dollar Tree periodically. They get some shirts in there. Normally they're on the smaller side. But if you've got any grandkids, you know, this is a great way to take one of those dollar shirts, put some personality into it really inexpensively with these crafts, and you've just made some really cute little gifts, right? Okay, you guys have a wonderful night. Until next time, y'all take care.